Hello everyone, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Cloud News Videocast. My name is Omid and I will be your host. Join me to stay updated on international and regional cloud developments. With that, let's dive right in. COVID-19 has cast such a huge shadow on everything around the globe that it's essentially impossible to talk about the cloud markets, or anything for that matter, without mentioning the pandemic. As people around the world are trying to cope with the situation, techies here in this region too came up with innovative ideas to work from home. And trust me, it wasn't just work. They had a lot of fun too. Now, the cloud industry is doing its part in fighting the pandemic. In the epidemic response, cloud technologies have become as essential as utilities. Whether through making e-commerce dependable or keeping us connected via cloud-based video conferencing services, or keeping us entertained at home during quarantine times, or helping healthcare industry, cloud is helping us fight this thing. While major cloud players introduced a number of initiatives on their own to help with the situation, they also came together. A unique public-private consortium called the COVID-19 High Performance Computing was organized by IBM and the US Department of Energy. The initiative also includes MIT, NASA, HP Enterprise, and Intel, among others, and is designed to provide access to compute for projects that can make the most immediate impact. After years of speaking about the benefits of the cloud adoption, from cost reduction to enhanced agility, cloud computing just brought its biggest advantage to the table: flexibility in a time of disaster. We are also fortunate that the cloud has reached an acceptable maturity level since the hype days to become the dependable technology it is today that we can rely on against the pressure of the outbreak. Now, it hasn't all been rosy, of course. With such massive weight on providers' shoulders, there's been, some might argue, inevitably glitches here and there. But objectively speaking, the cloud has not let us down throughout this crisis. As stated in this article in Forbes, with a few hiccups, coughs, and glitches, the cloud should carry us through much of COVID-19 coronavirus, computationally speaking at least. Now please wash your hands. Zoom has started using Oracle's cloud infrastructure to help handle the surge in online video call volumes caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Zoom's service already runs on its own data center infrastructure as well as on Amazon Web Services and Microsoft's Azure, but the deal is no doubt a big win for Oracle. The AWS region in Africa is now open. The official name is Africa Cape Town. Users can start using this new region to deploy workloads and store their data in South Africa. Africa Cape Town is the 23rd AWS region and the first one in Africa. AWS also launched a new cloud region in Milan, Italy, which is its 6th European region overall and the company's 24th region, bringing AWS's presence worldwide to a total of 76 availability zones. Google Cloud also announced its plans to open 4 new data center regions. These regions will be in Delhi, India, Doha, Qatar, Melbourne, Australia, and Toronto, Canada, bringing Google Cloud's total footprint to 26 regions. Google pointed out that the Doha Regional Center represents the first strategic cooperation agreement for the company to launch a region in the Middle East. A few interesting reports were published recently that could paint a likely picture of what to expect in the cloud markets moving forward. The RightScale State of the Cloud report, now Flexera 2020 State of the Cloud report, released in the first quarter of 2020, explores what 750 global cloud decision makers and users think about the public, private, and multi-cloud markets. It identifies the existing and future cloud strategies. The survey also asked respondents on the impact of COVID-19 on their organizations. Here's a few interesting findings. Hybrid and multi-cloud is big on the agenda of enterprises. A whopping 93% of the respondents are implementing either a multi-cloud or hybrid cloud strategy. Public cloud continues to grow at a rapid pace. 63% of SMBs are spending at least $1.2 million per year, and the numbers are even higher among the enterprises at 74%. As for COVID-19's impact, over half of participants expect to see more cloud usage than initially planned. Some of this increase is a result of the extra capacity needed for current cloud-based applications to meet increased demand as online usage grows. Cost optimization appears to be the main driver of adoption now. Both enterprises and SMBs are focused on optimizing cost and cloud usage. 73% of the participants identified cost optimization as their top cloud initiative. While some of us watched a lifetime worth of Netflix, for me mostly in Spanish I have to say, it's not only the word COVID-19 or coronavirus that most of us have gotten completely allergic to. New normal is another one. But on a serious note, yesterday's normal might have no place in our future. This difficult time has certainly bolded the importance of leadership. From organizing their own talent show to sending staff not only thank you notes but also some cookies, some leaders tried to take care of their own. Now, it wasn't all about the virus. The Equality Spell Check, for instance, is a campaign to address significant inequalities for women at work, especially in our region. Many of us who are struggling with our health, both physical and mental health, are encouraging others to share their stories. We also keep seeing such beautiful stories of kindness when we came together as one family. In the UAE, we are one family, no one is a foreigner, was the message of this post. Some of us also encourage folks who are going through a difficult time right now to privately share the food they need so they can help. And finally, we can never be grateful enough to those who rolled up their sleeves and jumped into the front line to serve the humanity. We are indeed in this together. But let's not forget that some of us are really struggling. Entrepreneurs who are about to or have already lost their startups. Small and medium-sized business owners who have to go through the excruciating pain of letting their staff go and are faced with the prospect of a very grim future. In these series, we will bring top subject matter experts in different areas of the business to help you get through this. But first, let's reach out to those who are subject matter experts in you. Those we can be vulnerable with, your mentor, your family and friends. I reached out to mine.
It's so funny you Zoomed because I never had the Zoom, and we had like progress meetings, we had like after pre-construction meetings. Now everything has to be on Zoom. I was like, okay, I gotta figure this one out.
این کجاش رسمیه واجون من کراوات میزنم
راست میگه یادم رفت
There will be no kissing for Persian people, for people in Middle Eastern. There's no handshake whatsoever.
I mean, we haven't greeted unless we've kissed. If we just get and 3 kisses. I mean,
3 times.
3 kisses.
همه چی ایمیل یا وان درایو یا از این کلاود بیس درایو هست. بالاخره راحت میتونن برن کار انجام بدن. الان هم دارن همه انجام میدن.
زیاد کلود ملود من ولی اینایی که
Even our mom is now learning to do the online banking. Why? Because the banks are closed. They do not accept anyone in the bank.
This is the end of the world then. It's the end of the world. If mommy is going mobile banking or online banking, that's the end of the world.
تنیس نمیدونم چرا باز نمیشه. یکی این ور زمینه، یکی اون ور زمین. یه زمین هم بینشونه.
اصلا
اینو باز نمیکنه.
پوره سوشیال دیستنسینگ.
من همینو.
All of a sudden be in front of millions and millions and millions of viewers.
Yes. Particularly unshaven in front of millions and millions.
Absolutely.
What look like.
It's pretty cool.
There's some artwork in the background, isn't there? Is there artwork? What is that?
The gov.
Hey, hold on, let me bring my dogs in there. Kind of makes a
cool shirt.
wild pattern. Let me get rid of that too. I'm in your hands, sir.